Hello, I am Evangelist First Lady Sharon Liner out of Houston, Texas, bringing you home daily Bible readings, getting you ready for that Christian education on Sunday morning for Sunday school. So each of the lessons that I bring are the daily lessons that lead up to the Sunday school lesson. Today is October 2nd, Friday. The title is Jonathan Asserts David as the Next King, 1 Samuel 23, 14 through 18. To bring you up to speed, David has killed the Philistine Goliath. David has moved into Saul's house because Saul invited him in. Saul has offered him one daughter, but he didn't get that daughter. He offered him a second daughter that loved him. He has killed many of the Philistines, and the people are now singing songs of David. So David was going out. He was captain of thousands of men, and he led them out. Now David had his own little troop that he would take. He would rescue people. He would rescue different parts of the country of Israel. And Saul is now hunting him. Saul plans David, as David puts it, mischief for him, on him. And so at verse 14, right before verse 14, they were in a place called Keilah, and the men of Keilah were going to deliver David up to Saul. So, verse 14, and David abode in the wilderness in the strongholds and remained in a mountain in the wilderness of Ziph. And Saul sought him every day because he was jealous. Jealousy is as cruel as the grave, so say the scriptures. But God delivered him not into the hands of Saul. And David saw that Saul was come out to seek his life. And David was in the wilderness of Ziph in the wood. So Jonathan, because he was knit, Jonathan is Saul's son. Jonathan, because he was knit so closely to David, went out to David and strengthened his hand in God. So this being knit, he really encouraged him, and he really strengthened him in God. He really affirmed that God was with him. And he says this, don't fear, fear not, for the hand of Saul my father shall not find you. So he's prophesying to him. He understands. He says, the hand of Saul my father shall not find you, and you shall be king over Israel, and I shall be next to you. That also Saul, my father, knows this. He understands this. So Saul is at a point where he knows he has lost out with God. He's done more than fell out with God. God's fallen out with him. He knows that David is the chosen one. He knows that David is the one who is going to be the one who does everything. And so he says, and I shall be next to you, and my father knows this. And they too made a covenant before the Lord. Here we are at a covenant again. A covenant, a binding agreement that cannot be broken. He made a covenant before the Lord. And David stayed in the woods, and Jonathan went to his house. So Saul already knows at this point that David is going to be king. He already knows at this point, even though he's tracking him, even though he's trying to find him, that the hand of the Lord is upon him. So this is Home Daily Bible Reading Friday, October 2nd. I am First Lady Sharon Liner out of Houston, Texas, bringing you home daily Bible readings, leading you up to that Sunday morning Sunday school Christian education. So God bless you. Have a good day.